Happy Friday and welcome to Cover to Cover. I'm Kate.
And I'm Bayleigh.
And we have a fun show for you today, I think.
I'm excited.
Today our topic is children's books. And not just your classic children's books, but maybe some newer ones that maybe you haven't heard of yet.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to this episode and also really happy that it's Friday. Per the usual.
You and me both. That's the one thing I love about this show. It's early in the morning and you get to go home.
This is early?
Early-ish. It's like before noon.
Whatever. But I was about to say, early.
It's like you do this, and if you have nothing else to do, you get to go home and go to sleep.
I would like to go take a nap. I would really like to. Amanda, can I go take a nap? Can I go take a nap? No? Okay.
No.
Okay, I cannot go take a nap. But yet. Later.
Michael.
But also today we have a fun kind of trivia thing coming up.
I'm scared.
Towards the end of the episode, and we're going to be seeing who knows more or what about children's books. So
we'll see how this goes.
It's fun because usually it's us giving people trivia questions.
Exactly.
So this time we are the victims.
I don't get to chase people this time.
That's probably a good thing. That's probably for the best.
Yeah, because I'll probably fall again.
So yeah, it'll be that happens. That happens a lot. Anyway,
Yeah.
but so I'm just gonna go ahead and jump into what I've got today. So the first book I'm going to talk about is this one right here. It's precious. It's got prairie dogs on it. It's called The Great Fuzz Frenzy. It's by Janet Stevens and Susan Stevens Grummel. I love this book so much. So the way I discovered, you can flip through. The way I discovered this book is by my mom, who was a school librarian, and it's about. I know.
Higher in Canada.
But well, that's not part of the book.
It says it in the book.
But so it's about these groundhogs. A golden retriever, a dog drops a tennis ball down a prairie dog, groundhog. Are they the same thing? I don't know. Down a prairie dog hole.
They get Timon.
And
not Timon.
They get really.
That's
meerkat.
They get Timon.
Okay. Anyway, but
it'll give you the idea.
They drop a tennis ball down a prairie dog hole, and I'm so distracted.
Sorry, it's Friday. Our brains are gone.
Anyway, they drop a ball down a prairie dog hole, and the prairie dogs find it, and they have no idea what this tennis ball is. All they know is that it's brightly colored and it's fuzzy, and they have no idea what it is, and they start pulling the fuzz off of the ball, and they start wearing it as clothing. They wear it as clothing, they dance around with it, they're so excited about all this, and then they start to argue about who has the most fuzz when all the fuzz is gone from the ball. And once that happens, they start arguing and fighting, all that kind of stuff, and they go into a frenzy and they all fall asleep. And the head prairie dog, who wears a bottle cap on his head to distinguish that he is the main prairie dog, puts all the fuzz on and gets scooped up by an eagle. And they all save him. All the other prairie dogs save him. And they're like, fuzz is not good. And
that's cute.
It's a really cute book.
That's really cute.
It's really funny. You know, a lot of these books I've realized are a lot more, they seem a lot more clever than they were when I was a kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's, they seem like there's a little more to it than Goodnight Moon, which I love. If anyone will read Goodnight Moon to me now, I'll fall asleep within the first 2 pages of it because it's so soothing. But they're clever. They have this kind of, adults will enjoy reading them too.
Yeah.
So it's nice because, adults put their kids to bed at night and they read them a book and I want another.
Yeah.
Can I have another book? Can I have another story? And sometimes they're like, no, but if it's something that's interesting to the adult as well, the adult reader.
Like, oh, okay.
And it's like, oh yeah, we can read this one. We can read The Great Fuzz Frenzy, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But this is one of my new favorites. And I was really excited when we got this in the library because it's adorable and hilarious.
And just so y'all know, I am going to read this after the show. So
it's
happening.
Adorable.
That's happening.
It's good stuff. My next book is actually, well, I was going to say it's actually my favorite, but I don't know if I can say that. But it's another one of my favorites. This one is called The Day the Crayons Quit by Drew Gewalt. And basically, the crayons of this boy, they go on strike because they are tired of being used, like the gray crayon's tired of being used to draw elephants and clouds and all this kind of stuff, and the white crayon's like, why do you even use me? That doesn't make any sense.
We use you to fix mistakes.
It's like, what, you use white paper, why do you use the white crayon? And
we use the white crayon to fix mistakes.
My favorite one is the beige crayon, who talks about, like, look, you use the brown crayon all the time, and you use this crayon, and all I get is a turkey dinner if I'm lucky, or wheat. And it's like, come on, what kid gets excited about drawing wheat?
I need a rest.
So it's some of the funniest stuff because they're overworked. The crayons are overworked.
Notes. This is so cute.
They're underpaid, and they're not going to take it anymore. And so they go on strike.
Your empty friend, white crayon.
And so each page, each part of it is a letter that the crayon wrote and airing their grievances. And
this is cute.
It's really cute. And like I said, it's clever.
It is.
It's so clever.
I love how they have each one as like a note.
Yeah, and I never would have thought to think about like the crayon's perspective. You know what I mean? Like to personify crayons.
I love this one, the blue one. It says, I need a break. Your very stubby friend, blue crayon.
Oh yeah, because they use for water and sky and everything. So they they literally get worn down. They are so tired of it. And it's just that was another one. I picked it up and I had no idea what it was about a couple years ago. And I was like, this is my favorite.
This is precious.
This is my favorite. I have a lot more favorites since then, but this is another one. And there's actually a sequel to this called The Day the Crayons Came Back, which we also have in the library, which I have not read.
So these are getting read too.
Yes, they're all getting read.
I get to nerd out today. I'm happy.
Yes, absolutely. And they're entertaining. They're really entertaining books.
I'm ready to see that one.
If you, Dragons Love Tacos?
Yes.
Well, that's
Christina,
a really good,
I found your book.
That's a really good segue into the next book. Dragons Love Tacos by Adam Rubin, illustrated by Daniel Salmieri. This was a New York Times bestseller. And basically, it explains that dragons do, in fact, love tacos. So tell them that on Game of Thrones. That dragons do love tacos. If you want to calm those dragons down,
don't know how Danny would
Daenerys, give them some tacos.
I love how we threw Game of Thrones into a children's
dragons. Come on, dragons.
Just the fact that we can tie that into this is so funny to me.
Tie Game of Thrones into anything.
Almost.
But so this basically just confirms that dragons do in fact love tacos, although they do not like spicy salsa. They love tacos, but keep the spicy food away because it hurts their mouths and their tummies.
But you would think the fire does that.
Exactly. You would think that, but apparently not. Apparently not.
So they're fireproof, but they're not salsa-proof. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Get them some Alka-Seltzer. Maybe some Prilosec or Zantac or Pepto-Bismol, and
get you some heartburn for your dragon.
They'll be okay. They'll be okay. We all experience that stuff when it comes to tacos from time to time.
This is true.
As wonderful as tacos are.
This is true.
But it's really cute, and it talks about all the different kinds of tacos. They like beef tacos, and they love pork tacos, and they love chicken tacos, and literally all tacos.
So apparently Christina is a dragon, and she's obsessed with tacos.
So if you want to look at that,
I might be shipping this to Florida and getting it returned.
Yeah, I was about to say, as long as it comes back, I think we're all right.
Well, she comes back to North Carolina in 2 weeks, so it'll come back.
Well, there you go. But it's adorable, and that was a favorite of
the dragons are so cute.
The kids at the school where I used to work. That was a favorite of theirs.
Why is his eye so far away?
Because he's a dragon, and because that's how dragons are. There's also a sequel to that, Dragons Love Tacos 2, which we just got in. So
okay.
Another sequel. And then the last one I'm going to talk about, this is actually my favorite. All these are wonderful.
Favorite?
This is my favorite.
Okay.
This next book is called This Is Not My Hat by John Klass. And so this one, the Caldecott Medal, which is for illustrations. The American Library Association awards, because they have like the Newbery Medal, which is for a children's book. Well, this one's for the illustrations.
Really?
And this is essentially, it's about this tiny fish that stole this tiny hat from a very big fish. Here, I'll let you look at it. It's about a tiny fish who stole this tiny hat from a very big fish, and the fish is like, this is not my hat.
I love, like, as soon as you open the cover,
I stole it.
It says, a fish has stolen a hat, and he'll probably get away with it. Probably. And then there's a little crab under it. That's cute.
It's adorable. It's just, this is not my hat. I stole it. And it's talking about,
Stole it
they'll
from a
never
big
find
fish.
me. That fish is asleep. He'll never find me, blah, blah, blah. And then in the end, the last thing you see is a giant fish swimming out of a bunch of seaweed with a tiny hat on his head.
My face when I wake up in the morning. Don't know if y'all can see this. This is my face in the mornings. Like how he's just like, really? Like, leave me alone.
But
don't take my crap.
That's another one. And there's actually, it's part of a trilogy of books. About, I'm trying to remember what the first one is called. And I had no idea until I started looking up that it was part of a trilogy. I thought it was just a really funny standalone book. The first one, I'm trying to remember the name of it. I can't remember. But it has a bear on the cover with the hat. And then it's this one, and then there's a new one that came out, I think, this past year.
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of the name of it.
It's really adorable. But that's my favorite. So all these books are available in the Nash Community College Library.
Okay, so the illustration on this is really good.
I love
really good.
And there's no wonder it won the medal for illustration. So so anyway, these are my favorites. And not all-time favorites, but my favorite newer books that maybe people haven't heard of. So I figured I'd throw them in. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break, and then when we come back, Bayleigh is going to talk about some of her favorite children's books.
Mine will be throwbacks to my childhood.
So we'll see you in a couple minutes back here on Cover to Cover.
Did you know Nash Community College offers 12 degree programs entirely online? Are you interested in information technology? Explore information technology systems, network management, systems security, healthcare informatics, or web design and administration. These 2-year programs are only a few of the online associate degrees offered through Nash Online. Students receive the same quality instruction and resources as on-campus students without ever stepping foot on Nash's campus. Learn more about Nash Online today at online.nashcc.edu.
I see the future is really bright for me. The high school diploma is just added to the confidence, and now I feel unstoppable.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
And we're back.
Yay! Thank you for joining us once again here on Cover to Cover. If you forgot who we are, I'm Kate.
And I'm Bayleigh.
And we are talking about children's books today, some of our absolute favorites.
Yes.
And this was hard. It was hard to narrow them all down. You know, it was hard to narrow them all down because there are so many amazing books and books that mean a lot to you as you're growing up. For me, it was like Harry the Dirty Dog and Chrysanthemum. And
I got to the point that I asked my mom, I was like, Mama, help me pick out books because I don't know which ones to pick. She was like, really? I was like, okay. 1, you know I loved to read when I was little. 2, books are the reasons that I stay broke, so I'm really not good at picking.
So tell us a little bit about the books that you chose for this week.
So all the ones that I picked are childhood favorites of mine. My mom read them to me growing up, read them to my brother. But they're also something that even I would still read today. One in particular that I'm really excited to talk about is, or 2 of them, is Alice in Wonderland and Narnia, the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
I'm just going to tell you, if Michael was watching this, which I know he's busy, he would be freaking out because he loves some Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, he knows exactly what they are because he's the one who helped me check them.
Oh yeah, he gave me said, hey, can you check and see if we have these? Like,
yeah,
sure.
I asked Michael, I was like, so I need you to run these and make sure y'all have them.
Yeah.
He was like, oh yeah, we have all of these. Yeah. But no, Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, it's actually a running joke between me and my high school friends. If we ever got like stressed, we're like, okay, I'm just going to Narnia and forgetting about all of this for a minute. And then Alice in Wonderland, basically the same thing.
Yeah.
So without further ado, let's jump on into this.
I'm excited about this one because I remember this one very well from growing up.
Me too. So the first one I'm going to talk about is Where the Wild Things Grow. Where the Wild Things Are, I mean.
So Maurice Sendak.
Yes. Okay. I typed up my notes and my computer said his last name was wrong. I was like, this isn't wrong, but okay.
No, it is Maurice Sendak. And it's another Caldecott Medal winner for illustrations.
And if you ever have seen this, whether you've seen the movie or you've read the book, which it is a movie, but the book is a lot better.
Oh, the book is everything.
Yeah. The illustrations in this are really good, and it does go, like the pictures themselves are really detailed.
Was it Let the Wild Rumpus Begin?
Yes,
like
I love that.
Wild Rumpus Start.
But basically what this is, there's a little boy, his name was Max, and he was really rambunctious, really wild. His mom named him, or dubbed him the name Wild Thing, and he had bit his mom, caused a whole bunch of trouble between her and her new boyfriend over dinner. So essentially he got sent to bed without dinner and was told, go to timeout, don't come out of your room for the rest of the night.
And then
he falls asleep and a forest and a sea appear in his room, and he gets on this boat and goes to where the wild things are.
Which is, you know, where we all want to go.
Exactly. That's where I go every day.
I remember distinctly the illustrations when I was a little kid reading this in school.
Yeah.
Of Max in the boat and the door opening, the closet door in his bedroom opening, and things like that.
And it's really cool because he thinks he's having the time of his life. Him and the wild things are best friends. They do everything together. But when it's time for the wild things to go to sleep, he realizes he's lonely. He misses home. He misses his mom. So he gets back on the boat and he comes back to where there's the only person who truly loves him unconditionally.
And he gets back in bed.
And he finally goes to sleep.
He finally goes to sleep.
But my thing with this is you do realize that the bond between a mom and their kid.
Yeah.
And that's what I think really stuck out to me is it reminded me of me and my mom. Because Lord knows I was all over the place when I was little. Yeah. Trust me. So that I can really relate to that when I was younger.
Now, the next book, I want to say it with you because whenever you read this to a group of kids,
they all
it's ready. So it's the Alexander and the terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. So you can't, because you read it to kids and they like start saying it with you. Alexander, it was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day.
I love this one. But it's by Judith, how do you say the last name? Bjorst. But it's illustrated by Ray Crease. Yeah, those last names kill me on these. But basically what it is Alexander wakes up in the morning, he has gum stuck in his hair, which, oh my Lord, it sucks. Had it happen many a times. But it goes from him having gum in his hair, and he already knows this is not my day, this is going to be terrible.
It's horrible.
Absolutely. So it goes from that to what happened.
I remember like one, it's like they go to get shoes, new shoes or something like that, and his brother gets one with red stripes, and his other brother gets one with blue stripes, and he just gets plain white shoes.
Yeah. And then it goes to something happens at school. He has a bad day at school. He comes home. He has lima beans for dinner. There's kissing on TV. So he's like, I'm done with this. And then he goes to bed, and you just know, if you wake up and you're having a bad day already, you know it's going to be a bad day. So
we can all relate to Alexander.
Exactly.
We are all Alexander.
Exactly.
When it comes down to it.
It's really fun just to say the title of it.
Terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day.
That's a description of my days a lot of the time.
So, Alice in Wonderland, Lewis Carroll, classic book. I heard that he was totally tripping on stuff when he wrote it.
It wouldn't surprise me.
No.
Have you seen?
He went down the rabbit hole.
He went far down the rabbit hole. But I'm really excited about this one because it's been made into a movie. I love Johnny Depp, and he's in this, and he does a really good job.
In the movie?
Yes.
I was about to say, he's not in the book.
No, in the movie. So, I mean, I love the movie. I'd much rather read the book, but it is really good. And there's 2 or 3 books to this, right?
Alice in Wonderland, Alice Through the Looking Glass.
And then I think there's one more to it, but I can't remember the name. One.
But the one thing I really like about this is Lewis Carroll, he was at Oxford when he wrote this. And he based a lot of, everything was in Oxford, around the area.
Which is kind of scary because of how this story goes.
Well, based on.
Okay, but the Queen of Hearts?
Well, at least she wasn't in Oxford that we know of.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It'd be kind of scary for everything in this to be based off something at Oxford.
Right.
But, so basically what this is, this girl named Alice, she's going, isn't it, I don't know if it's the same in the book and the movie where she's getting proposed to?
No. In the book, she's a little kid.
Okay.
She falls asleep. Basically, she is out with her cat Dinah and sees a white rabbit run past, and
then she chases the rabbit
and falls down
the
rabbit hole.
Yeah. And then we had this glorious place known as Wonderland.
Yeah, and that's a classic book. The illustrations in that are really neat, and a lot of these are the original illustrations. It's known as a classic. It's known as one of the absolute best.
It is.
Children's books of all time. And then the last one is
The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
So Narnia.
The running joke between me and my friends.
C.S. Lewis, who really wrote a lot of other really good books. I think one was, I forgot what it was called. Something Christian, something, anyway. But, Mere Christianity. But anyway, that's a really, really, really good one.
Yeah.
So, the Pevensey children.
If I'm not mistaken, it was Peter, Susan, Edmund and Lucy. And they get sent off to, was it their uncle or their cousin?
They get sent off. It's during the war.
Yeah, because their dad had gotten killed in the war. They were with their mom.
And it's during the Blitz, so they send them out to the English countryside.
Yeah, and they start playing hide and seek. Lucy obviously is the youngest one. If I'm not mistaken, she was 7 or 8 in the book.
She's the little one.
She hides in this huge, gorgeous wardrobe and backs behind like the rack of clothes, and out pops Narnia
and the lamppost, and it's, I know it's supposed to be kind of not a parable. What's the word I'm looking for?
Metaphor? Yeah,
for like Jesus is Aslan and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah. But that's my big thing with this is it's a really good fiction book for little kids, but it's also something that as you get older, you start to see more details into it.
Because there's a lot to it. There's a lot more to it than what you see.
Exactly. So. And that's why this is personally my favorite out of the 4 that I've picked, because it does go into a lot more detail than you realize at first glance.
Yeah.
But it's also because this is the kind of book, like when you read it, it does take you to a whole different place.
Right. And all of these are available in the Nash Community College Library.
Absolutely.
So
shameless plug.
So we're going to take another little break, and when we come back, we are going to do some children's book trivia.
Oh, Lord. This will be interesting.
We'll see.
When I was 6, my days were spent playing basketball. When I was 6, my dream was to make it to the NBA. When I was 6, my mom had a stroke.
I'm Paul George, and I want you to spot a stroke fast.
F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911.
Protect the ones you love.
Spot a stroke fast.
Every year, 40% of all food in the U.S. never gets eaten.
40%. That's almost half the food we produce.
Food waste is a serious problem. It impacts all of us.
And it's expensive. Your family is throwing $1,500 a year in the trash.
We're working hard to put food waste on the chopping block.
And you can do the same at home.
Learn how to cook it, store it, and share it.
Just don't waste it.
Go to SaveTheFood.com.
Did you know Nash Community College offers 12 degree programs entirely online? Are you interested in information technology? Explore information technology systems, network management, systems security, healthcare informatics, or web design and administration. These 2-year programs are only a few of the online associate degrees offered through Nash Online. Students receive the same quality instruction and resources as on-campus students without ever stepping foot on Nash's campus. Learn more about Nash Online today at online.nashcc.edu.
I see the future is really bright for me. The high school diploma is just added to the confidence, and now I feel unstoppable.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
And we are back on Cover to Cover. So this is going to be fun.
I'm scared.
We are testing our children's book knowledge to see kind of who knows what.
I'm scared.
And so without further ado, we are going to toss it over to our lovely producer, Amanda Coggin.
And here we go. Are you ready, ladies?
No. I don't know.
No. Okay, so I've put together some basic trivia. Okay, I hope it's not too difficult. I've tried to make some of them simple, some of them are a little more.
If it is, I'm throwing things at you.
But basic rules of trivia, of course, whoever gets the most correct is the winner.
I will win.
Now for the loser.
Oh, God.
We have not yet decided what your punishment will be, so we'll call it a surprise punishment, but it will be on the next show of Cover to Cover next Friday, 11, let's plug that, a.m.
A.m. In the a.m., not the p.m.
So make sure you tune in to see which one of these ladies must, you know, wear a cone of shame, or I don't know what we're going to do.
A cone of shame, oh God. See our punishment.
But let's jump right into it. Are you ready?
Let's go.
Isaac is prepared on sound effects, so we have All that look, haha, and they're working. Okay. Now the first question is going to be for Bayleigh because you are the closest.
Why can't you sit right here?
Geographically.
Okay. Who is Little Red Riding Hood going to visit in the story?
Granny.
Ah! That is correct.
Granny.
Yay.
Isaac's falling behind over there.
Gosh, Isaac.
All right, and Kate.
Yes.
Give her a hard one.
Finish the title of this children's poem by Eugene Field. Winkin', blinkin', and...
Nod.
Ha-ha!
Yeah, I've already got
We're on a
that
roll.
right.
We're on a roll.
I've already got that so wrong.
Boom.
Bayleigh. Now this is multiple choice, okay?
Oh, God.
Who wrote Where the Sidewalk Ends? A. Lewis Carroll. B. Beatrix Potter. C. Shel Silverstein.
A?
That is incorrect.
Ah, it's Shel Silverstein.
That
I'm
is
sorry. I
incorrect.
love
You don't get
that
my point.
butt face right now.
You don't get my point.
I know, but still.
All right. Kate.
Yes.
Give her a hard one.
Which children's book features a boy named James sailing on the high seas in an edible vessel with a grasshopper, centipede, earthworm, spider, ladybug, silkworm, and glowworm?
That would be James and the Giant Peach by Roald Dahl, Amanda.
Oh, Anne gave the author.
Thank you. Do I get extra points?
No bonus points.
Okay.
No bonus points. And Bayleigh. In the nursery rhyme, Ba Ba Black Sheep, how many bags of wool does the sheep have?
3 bags full?
Yes,
Well
that is
done.
correct.
Yes, I just sang it in my head.
Well done. That's easy.
It's okay.
I
I
did
did
what you
too.
gotta do.
I got the point, though.
Oh, Kate, you
Yes.
have a question with a bonus question. If you get both correct, you get 2 points.
It's a
Do I
daily
get to
double.
steal the bonus question?
Is it like
You do not.
a daily double? Can I true daily double, Alex?
Yes, you must have what is in front. No, I'm just kidding. In Charlotte's Web, what is the name of the pig?
Wilbur.
That is correct. 1
Zuckerman's
point.
famous pig.
Bonus question. What is the name of the rat?
Templeton.
That is correct. 2 points.
Yay.
I was going to do
2
that, but
points for
too.
Gryffindor. That's what it makes
Gryffindor.
me-
Okay, no, we cannot be throwing Harry Potter in here unless there's Harry Potter questions.
I'm allowed. In the book, The Wind and the Willows by Kenneth Graham, which character is obsessed with motor cars? Is that A, the toad, B, badger, C, mole?
I'm going to say the toad.
That is correct.
Really?
Frog and Toad. They're so cute.
I like guessing.
Well, moles are blind. That would be
Yeah.
devastating.
Well, I said frog because
The moles are blind.
Meet the Robertsons. The frogs were like dancing and singing.
Okay, well, go with what you will. In the books by Peggy Parrish, Kate, Amelia Bedelia
Yes.
has what profession?
She's a maid.
She is a maid. That is correct.
I would
I would
almost
also
said nanny.
take housekeeper.
I almost said nanny, but I was like, no, that's Mary
Okay, we have
Poppins.
one more for each of you.
Okay.
Then that is it. Now, Bayleigh, in the book Corduroy by Don Freeman, what does the bear search for in the department store to make himself whole?
His button.
Yes.
I love corduroy.
You
All
have to
right.
get this wrong, but regardless, I'm going to lose.
We have 6-3. I don't think we need to ask this question, but we will anyway.
Do it.
Please don't. No, it's 5-4.
What? Oh, okay. Sorry.
He messed up.
What year was The Velveteen Rabbit by Marjorie Williams originally published?
Are you serious?
A, 1952.
Okay, that was
Yes,
better.
it's multiple choice.
Thank you.
B, 1972. C, 1922.
Let's go with 1922.
You are correct. And, wait.
I lose.
Do we
Oh,
have a
keep it
tie?
like that.
Whoa.
Keep it like that, please.
Do we seriously have a tie?
No.
Yes. Yes, we
No.
do.
We don't have
Yes,
a tie.
we do. Yes, we do.
Absolutely
We don't.
not.
Isaac, quit playing with stuff.
Absolutely not.
So we have a clear winner here. Congratulations to Kate, Bayleigh. We will reveal
Stay tuned to watch my punishment.
We will reveal Bailey's doom on the next episode of Cover to Cover.
Well, this is fun. We should do it again. We should do
Indeed,
again.
it was very
We should
fun.
do it
I'm going to
again.
throw it back to you, ladies.
All right. Well, that was a fun episode of Cover to Cover this week.
I don't want to do this.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff.
I don't wanna do this.
I'm really
I wanna
excited
go
to
hide.
see what's in store next week.
I want to go hide now.
So anyway, but so come check these books out at the library. We have them. As our title is, it's Library, Books, and Beyond. So library's in the title. So yeah, come see us. Come check out a book. Read a book. It's good for you. It's good for your brain.
It's not good for your wallet.
So anyway, unless you come to the library, where it's free.
This is true.
So anyway, for this week's Cover to Cover, I'm Kate Britton.
And I'm the one who's about to get punished.
And we will see you next week.